share health, healing, veneration, growth, spiritual enlightenment. Come and join me on this journey. I share, Rosemary. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Come on in. Come on in. If you're new, welcome. We're going to have a fun time. If you're not new and you're coming back for a new video, welcome. We're going to have a fun time. Okay, so today, we are going to be discussing this beautiful roadside flower called golden tickseed. Okay, now this hardy plant right here, it is technically it's an annual plant, so it blooms once a year or at one point during that year. You know what I'm trying to say. But also sometimes they can produce flowers for 2 or 3 years. So I was out on my walk today and I saw a bunch of these and I was like, hey, let's get it. Right. Okay. So what is tickseed, you might ask? Well, I've got the answer for you. So tickseed nowadays is more regarded as a weed, a ditch weed, something that you cut down and throw away, and that has not always been the case, and it should not be the case. Because, let me tell you why. Tickseed, like all the other plants and flowers that I use here at Underrealms, is a medicinal herb that has been kicked to the side in lieu of modern medicine because, hey, Big Pharma has to make their money some way, right? Anywho, so I don't know if you guys were here for the last video. This is some of my dried tickseed that I did last time I did it. I used this for my teas, one of my oils, not a lot of them, and occasionally when I want to dye something or to make a dye, I also use it for that as well because it makes a beautiful yellow dye and it makes a beautiful red dye. But more on that later. Let's get down to it. Okay, so what is tickseed, you might ask? What is it for? Why do you use it? Why are you out there on the side of the road picking random flowers? Well, it's not just a random flower. Tickseed has been used for hundreds of years. With the earliest known use being with the Native Americans, who, of course, were here first, so makes sense. It can be used as anti-inflammatory. It can be used to help in digestive issues. Your stomach hurts, you've got the runs, and you can't make it to the store. Well, a little bit of golden tickseed and you'll be all good to go in about 15 or 20 minutes, okay? Cheaper than Pepto-Bismol. All right. Besides that, it helps with rheumatism, which, if you guys know, is a form of arthritis. So it helps with rheumatism. It helps with diabetes. It helps regulate insulin sensitivity. It helps regulate fat levels, especially with diabetics. Basically, if you have diabetes, it's a good plant to have on hand because it helps with all of that. And like I said, it's an amazing plant. You should definitely go get you some. Okay, so the tops, the dried tops, which I already showed you. Ooh, no. Anyway, the dried tops that we use here was once used as a substitute for coffee. If you make a tea with it, you can make a tea with that and some cloves, some ginger, a few other things. It's like the best all-natural chai. Let me tell you, if you like chai tea, tickseed, get you some. Make you some tea. It's amazing. And additionally, it also gives a caffeine boost, so that's cool. Yes. So did I already say it's an emetic? It is a very good emetic. It helps regulate the blood. It helps for healthy blood. It helps. You can make a dye from the flowers, which I will probably show you guys how to do one day because y'all know I love natural things. I love making natural things. The more natural, the better, right? You're with me. You get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Okay. But, main thing, now more research. If you're one of the people who need scientific research for everything, research is being done. You can go and Google it. They have plenty of studies that have been done that help with kidney problems, that help with a healthy functional liver, that help with regulating blood, help with diabetes, help retain glucose, if that's what you need it for. In folklore, Tickseed has said to be used in fertility teas and methods if one is wanting a female child. And I would probably do, because I've had a lot of people asking me about what herbs can we use for fertility. So I will probably do a video on that, on what herbs, girl, boys, healthy pregnancy, all that good stuff. Because, baby, nature is where it's at all the time. I just bit my tongue, and that's okay. But also, back in the day, it was said that if you stuff your pillows with the Tickseed, then it will also help repel bed bugs. I don't know. I don't have bed bugs. I don't want bed bugs. But if you do have bed bugs, Tickseed. It's for you. Use it. Okay? Okay. All right. So you guys already know what time it is. Every time I do this, we're either going to make dried leaves or we're going to make tinctures. I already have a supply of the dried flowers, leaves, and roots. So today we're strictly doing tinctures. That's all we're doing. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of background information. Like I said, eventually at some point I will go ahead and I will go ahead and show you guys how to make plant dyes, because plant dyes are awesome. They're hardy. They last a long time. And come on, it's way better than any dye you can get in a box. Just saying. Just saying. Alright, so did I already say that it strengthens the blood? I feel like I did, but if I didn't, letting you know now that it strengthens the blood. Once again, I have my kitchen scissors because I still have not found my pruning shears, which work a lot better when you're cutting plant matter, but that's besides the point. Let's get to it, shall we? Yeah. So, we are going to start off with, and I'll probably have to break this down. I'm going to go ahead and cut the roots off first. And I'm going to start with that because, like I said, the roots are full of good properties, blood regulators, and honestly, we want to be able to get all of that, right? Because what's the point if you can't get all the properties and benefits of it? So, I don't know where I call it my dirt pan, because it's what I use to pan and sift through all the dirt, but I don't have it, so it's okay. We're going to use our paper towels here. So, first things first, like I said, I just picked these about an hour ago, and I was in a bit of a rush. So, they have quite a bit of dirt on them, but these are the roots. Can you, no, I don't know. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to start off with cleaning the roots because it is very important, and honestly, we don't want any dirt in our tincture. Not that dirt doesn't have its own set of health benefits, but that's not the benefit that we're going through today. So we're just going to go ahead, we're going to finish picking the rest of the dirt out of the roots. It helps. You can give it a quick little shake. Loosen it. Shake it. Loosen it. Shake it. Now, you don't have to do it like this. This is just how I do it because I feel like it's easier for me. You might find a way that works better for you, and if you do, go for it, because that's what makes the world goes around, is ingenuity and individuality. Yes. Okay, so We got another root cleaned. Alright, so we got 2, 3. What else do we have? We got another one right here. I'm going to go ahead once again, getting all as much dirt off of there as we possibly can, as we want the least amount of dirt in our tinctures, because honestly, who wants to swallow dirt and flour flavored alcohol? Nobody. That's nasty. And if you do, you need help. Okay? Just letting you know. Okay. Still got another one. Boom. Let's got another one. Get the rest of these all cleaned out. Roots. Alright, so gonna go ahead. I think this is the last one, and then I'm gonna save my big one because I'm gonna cut it up and dry it in a little bit, because I like to use that part individually. Alright, so here we have all of our roots. Most of our roots, excuse me. Alright, so, and a lot of dirt. It's okay, we're going to save that for something else, because I believe in using every part of the plant and as much of nature as we can when it comes down to natural herbal healing and remedies. Alright, so just as a disclaimer, obviously, I'm not a doctor. Okay, I'm a root doctor, but I'm not a white lab coat, go work at the hospital doctor. I'm a healer. There's a difference. At the same time, if you do have underlying health issues, please talk to your doctor about this first. For instance, with it being a blood regulator, if you have high or low blood pressure, you should make sure that it's safe for you to take first, as I cannot take any responsibility if you don't listen. Okay, so we got our roots in here. I'm going to break these down a little bit just so they can fit in my jars. Y'all see I got some new jars. Yes. Alright, so like I said, we're going to finish breaking our roots down in here, because we want all of that good stuff. Yes. It's a big one right there. Look at that. Okay. In the jar. A few more here. Here we go. Just want to get this disconnected a little bit. And, alright. And there we go. So, oh, I missed one. Alright, so like I said, I'm saving my big one. You can tell it's a really big one. Look at all that dirt. We're going to save that for later. So, I'm going to wrap this up in here. Save that for later. I'll show you guys what I intend to use that for. We've got roots in a jar. Roots in a jar. Okay, so now we've got our roots in the jar, right? So we're going to come back, circle back around. And we want to try to get some flowers and a little bit of the stalks in here and some of the leaves. So I'm just going to go cut diagonally right here. And honestly, most of the time, if I have the time, I'll go through and pick them myself off of there instead of cutting it off of there, because one, it brings me great joy to work with my hands, and two, because I can make sure that I am getting every last little bit. But like I said, I just went and made some dried leaves. I made some dried flowers, which I already showed you guys. And now all I'm missing is my tincture. So this is where we are now. So we're taking some flowers. Like I said, we want to make sure that we try to get as much in there as possible. Go ahead and cut that down. in there. We want to get as much plant material as possible, not only so we can make sure that we're not wasting a jar, but also so we can make sure that we're going to get all of the good benefits and healthy stuff in there. Alright, so I got my flowers in here. I've told you guys before, when I do my tinctures, well, when I do everything, I'd rather work with fresh ingredients because fresh is better. Honestly, fresh is better. And that's why. Okay, so we have our jar. We've got our roots. Oh, look, I missed one. Look at that. It's a big one right there. I'm going to add this to the other one. I'll show you guys later. Okay, so we've got our roots. Boom. Boom. We've got our flowers. We've got some leaves in there. We've got all that good stuff that we need. Okay. Okay. It's filled up. Look at that. It looks so pretty. Okay. And then I've got a big bottle this time. I was tired of going out and buy small bottles because honestly I go through too much of this. Again, when you make your tinctures, it is recommended that you use 151 proof alcohol or you use 190 proof alcohol because honestly it absorbs everything better. But once again, there's still no Everclear, so 80 proof is what we're using today, and until we can find some Everclear. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and add this in here. Make sure we get it nice and covered. All right. So here we go. Looks very pretty, like it's suspended in motion. That is gorgeous. That's medicine right there. Good medicine. Old-fashioned medicine. You know exactly what you're getting. There's no additives in there. No extra chemicals in there. It's strictly plant matter medicine like we've been using for hundreds and thousands of years that somehow randomly got forgotten. So here is our tincture. Goldenrod, you can see the roots in there, you can see the flowers, you can see all of that good stuff. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to put it to the side for later so I can go ahead and get everything labeled and good to go, right? And then before I go, I'm just going to come over here really quick and we're going to break down these two big roots that we have. I'm going to show you how I break them down completely and fully so that we can get all that good stuff, because we want that good stuff. Alright, so back over here again. Alright, so we have this one is a big one. Where did my scissors? Okay, there they go. Actually, we don't really need scissors with this one because it's really thick, so all you do is twist, pop. No, I knocked off my stuff. Alright, twist, pop, pull. Good to go. Alright, so again, we're going to loosen up all of this. This isn't even dirt. This is mud, and not just any mud. This is that good mud right here. Alright, so I'm going to break this down a little bit. Just a little bit. Get some of that dirt off of there. And remember, as always, if you guys don't feel like going out on the side of the road or in a random field and picking flowers, if that's not your cup of tea, no worries. I've got you covered whether you want the dried flower, the dried roots, the tincture, the oil, no matter what you want. I got you covered. And especially if you struggle with diabetes, hypertension, all of that. Renal damage, oddly enough, kidney damage, all of that good stuff. So if you have issues with that, no worries, no worries. This is probably where you should turn to. This mixed with some other herbs make some wonderful tincture or tea, which helps regulate all of that. I had one person who took this. I made her a tincture, and I think she took it for about 2 months and went back to the doctor, and the doctor was amazed because she was no longer diabetic, which is, I love those type of stories. Love them. Alright. I've already covered that this is an anti-inflammatory, as most of my herbs are. I like to use this particular one in my pain relief oil, not only because it gives it a beautiful color, but also because it has many other benefits, such as regulating the blood, bad blood, all that good stuff. So, just real quick, before we end the show for the day. Alright, we got as much dirt off as we can get off. We've tapped it, we've plucked it, all that good stuff. I'm going to move this over. You guys see that? I don't know. So again, usually I have a big pair of pruning shears and a small pair of pruning shears for when I do my roots and stuff. However, I didn't have that today, so that's fine. Okay, so meanwhile, the roots is not hard. I'm just going to cut down all of these. Cut it down nice, not too big, not too small. You want to make sure that you know, first of all, you want to know that you're grabbing a root and not just like a random box of sticks. And second of all, it is a pain if you cut them too small trying to get it, to prevent it from going through the tea balls. I don't know, do you guys use those? That's what I use to make my tea, because it holds everything in there better. Everything's evenly dispersed, and because I don't have to wash extra dishes or sew a tea bag. So yeah, boom boom. Okay, so that's one. Let's see if I can pick this up for you guys so you can see. Give me just a second. Let me see. All right, so this looks like I got a little flower piece in there. All right, so that's one of our roots. Honestly, this might be a bit too much to break down on video. I think I might need to wash this. And I probably will, but I'm just going to break it in half because this is a really big one. And it just makes it easier to cut and clean and all of those lovely things. I made it rhyme. Alright, so we're going to tap, 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 tap. Make sure we get all the extra dirt out. Come back in over one more time. Make sure we get all of the dirt out of here. Tap, 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 tap. Make sure it's fully released. Okay, we got our root. Look at that. Look at that. That is just beautiful. That is beautiful. Alright, and we're going to come back around. Cutting the roots down, cutting the roots down. And what I'm going to do with them after they're all cut down, I'm going to get them nice and washed. Make sure we get all that excess dirt off of there. And then I am going to let them dry. Usually how I let things dry is I will hang them upside down in my kitchen, relatively close to the heat so they can dry out. Also, if you're in a crunch for time, you can put them in the oven at a low temperature. You just have to make sure that you watch them very closely, because what you do not want to happen is you do not want them to burn. Okay? So my roots. These are my roots. So we're going to save these for later after I finish labeling everything. We're going to wash these. We're going to probably bake them off because it's easier for what I need them for. And then we're going to use that in a tea. So that is our plant for the day. Golden tickseed, a ditchweed, roadside flower. Severely underlooked, severely underappreciated, and honestly it just needs to make a comeback because natural healing as I always say, is where it's at, and it's the best place to be and healthiest for your body. With all of that being said, if you guys have any questions whatsoever, please remember you can go ahead and comment right down there in that little box. You can like, subscribe, make sure if you're a new subscriber, welcome to the channel. We go through all types of herbs, plants, flowers, trees, everything that can be used as medicine, which is pretty much all of nature except for the very few that can be used as poisons, but we're not going to talk about that. Everything that can be used, I've got you covered. If you don't know, I'm here to tell you. If you have questions about it, I am also here to tell you if there's any flower that you, or plant, tree that you would like me to go over, that you would like me to go into depth to show you what to do with it, etc., etc. Let me know. I will be more than happy to look it up for you or start make a video for you, give you information. I'm probably going to start a tea series where it's showing you basically what herbs, flowers, plants, trees that you can use for different teas to help specific illnesses, whether it is arthritis, like myself, mental issues, heart issues, cancer, high blood pressure, low blood pressure, whatever the case may be. I am here for you. Okay? Alright, with that being said, thank you guys so much for coming to join us today. We really appreciate it. And until next time, I don't know what that was.